That's 15. Then we got, so let's say 3 services, 3, 7 days in the Word, 10, 5 Devo energies, that's 15. What am I missing? 5 faith and fitnesses. Gee, hold on, let's do it again. 3 services, 7 days in the Word, that's 10. 7 faith and fitnesses, that's 17. 5 Devo energies. I ain't gonna go viral again, 22. Then you got seekers, 23. You got 20 plus ways to get closer to God. If you overwhelmed, it's because you want to be. If you don't talk to God, it's because you don't want to. If you stress out, it's because you chose to. But Pastor Mike, I ain't like y'all. I don't know how to pray. What you do when you don't know how to cook? You Google it. What you do when you don't know the answer to something? You pull your phone out right now. We're finna pray. We're finna stop playing this game. Pull your phone out. Pastor Mike, I don't know what to do. Make a list. Make a list. Who told? It ain't even biblical to close your eyes. Who told us that praying looked like this? Where in the Bible is it that you have to close your eyes? When I read the Bible, it said watch and pray. So that was church. Church told us, bow your head and close your eyes real good. That's because they looked stupid and didn't know what they were saying. So they had you close your eyes so they could say, Father, in Jesus' name. Yes, Lord. Close your eyes. Because he didn't know what he was saying. It says what? So it's not non-biblical to have your eyes open. So you got your phone out. Let's make a list right now. 5 things you're grateful for. Put it, we're finna pray. 5 things you're grateful for. All right, make a note. 5 things I'm grateful for. 3 people I'm grateful for. I'm going too fast. I done preached 3 times. I get off in 25 minutes. You're gonna have to hurry up. You can't pull up to McDonald's taking your time. This one's finna close in a minute, girl. 5 things you're grateful for. 3 people you're grateful for. Now let's elaborate. 3 things you want God to do for those 3 people. 3 things you want God to block for those 3 people. Just go back and watch it. It'll be all right. Just type it the best way you can. 5 things you're grateful for. 3 people you're grateful for. 3 things you want God to do for them 3 people. 3 things you want God to do for you. 3 things that you're struggling with that you need God to fix. So what I'm saying is, so you make your list. And then now you go back 5 things I'm grateful for. My home. Boom. So then write down the things you like about the house. So then watch this. So right now, God, in the name of Jesus, I thank you, listen, for my home. God, no weapon formed against my house shall prosper. I pray for my son's room. I pray for my daughter's room. What else is in the house? A bed. I pray that we rest. I pray no nightmares. I pray nothing. And so you being deep. When you think he's cheating, you know how to investigate. You screenshotting, you doing this. You blowing up glasses and looking through the people's glasses, and you looking in. When it's time for you to get that money, you know how to research. I don't know if I do another 2 hours, a new 2 hours at 1975. That's like, but when it comes to your spiritual life, why are you so dependent on people? That's why John 15:4 says, abide in me. Give me the NLT. Remain in me, and I will remain in you. For a branch cannot produce fruit, preach Mike, if it's severed from the vine. And you cannot be fruitful unless you remain in me. All my note takers, let's break this scripture down for your notes, okay? So let's do this. In your notes, write that scripture. Under remain, let's break it down, okay? Go back up, go back up, go back up. Give me a scripture. Remain in me, I'll remain in you. What does remain mean? Stay close. So in your notes, under you'll be like, God is saying, stay close to me, and I'll stay close to you. For you can't produce what you want if you don't stay close to me. And if you stay close to me, you won't be fruitful until you stay close to me. All he's saying is, hey, I don't have a problem with you winning. You just can't sustain it without me. We had a storm last night. No, was that Friday? When all that storm, oh my, that thunder woke me up. You know, I heard that boom, boom, boom. I woke up, like, devil is a liar. He's gonna get me. But when I went outside, all these branches had fell. You wanna know what's so dope? I never forget last summer, this branch in our backyard that fell started sprouting leaves. I'm sitting there looking like, oh my God, I thought that branch was dead because it was disconnected. Then my gardener taught me, he said, everything that disconnects from the tree gets one more cycle to produce what was in it. So you over here jealous of people who ain't connected to God because they don't go to church and they got a Mercedes. They don't love God and they engaged. That's cool. You're jealous of their one last cycle. I can't sustain it without God. There is no overflow message. Well, his message so good, which is why people in overflow. There is no word, no. This is God. This is the Lord's doing. And what I'm trying to get you to realize, and I pray you receive this weekend's discernment. So what am I trying to get you to realize? This shows us that becoming flows from staying connected, not striving harder. Discernment flows from staying connected. Becoming flows from staying connected, not striving harder. I thought if I went harder, things would be better. And the Holy Spirit said, Mike, I don't care how hard you go. If you ain't connected, it's not gonna be better. The happiest moments in my life was when the season of my life when I ain't have nothing. That was the best time. If you have to ask me my best time as a pastor, it is not at the BJCC. It is not watch night. My best times preaching and being a pastor was when I was a youth pastor. I had a youth ministry called Royal Nation. It was like 400 or 500 young people. We would have our own services on Saturday night. And all of us decided to walk off our jobs to do ministry. It was the best thing I ever seen. I had like 12 people. I said, the way Jesus had 12, I'm going to raise up 12. And I had 6 guys and 6 girls. And I would pour into them. They would come to my house every night. We would read the Bible, eat rotel. I make them pray till 3 in the morning. I would get, y'all ain't living right good enough. I would wake everybody up 5 a.m. in the morning, meet me at the church. And they would drive all the way to the church at 5 a.m. and they would try to go in the building, the door be locked. I'd be out there in the grass. We're going to pray in the dew, like the dew in the morning. I was crazy. And we would be out there praying, crying on our face before God. All these young people would start coming. We all walked off our jobs. That's when I found out Sam sold pizza. We would go to Sam's Club, get 1 pizza, cut that thing into mini slices. Everybody get 2, put it in the box tomorrow. That was lunch tomorrow. And we would be there all day thinking about how we could change lives and save people and do everything y'all see us doing at Rock City. I was doing at 22 with young people. And it was crazy. Never seen nothing like it. So when people say, but y'all was broke, y'all was eating 2-day-old pizza. But that's when I was the happiest. Because it wasn't about numbers. It wasn't about trying to impress people. I understood I was close to God. But number 2, I knew God had me in process. Please put this in your notes. I'm getting you home. Jesus did not rush their maturity. Somebody say process. Jesus didn't rush their maturity. Listen to your pastor. He let them fail. There's certain seasons of my son's life. One of them turned 19 today. And there's certain seasons of their life where I look at them and I can see them about to do something like that ain't gonna work. But instead of telling them it's not gonna work, it's gonna make it run to them faster. I just sit back and say, all right, I'd be careful if I was you. And once it failed, it's all right, baby, I got you. Let's figure it out. Because I realized process, I want to give you my definition of process. Put this in your notes. Process is where impatience dies and character develops. Because we say stuff in church like I'm going through the process, but we never define these church words. Process is where impatience dies and character develops. You do not skip process without weakening purpose. All my entrepreneurs, couple businesses you had to fail. It was part of the process. God couldn't let it pop out the gate. Because process is where impatience dies. God, I need you to do this thing quick. God, like, nah, you ain't ready yet. But character develops. That's so powerful. That is so powerful, Pastor Mike. Why is that so powerful? Because I'm trying to get you to realize that favor doesn't mean there's something special about you. This year, process, put the definition up on the screen. I want them to see this again about process. Impatience dies and character develops. I done been through so much in 2026 already. That's truthful. I wasn't going to say that publicly because in my head, I want y'all to think it's gonna be a great year. And I still believe it's gonna be a great year. But I'm gonna be honest, I done caught hell already. I started catching hell during Christmas. I'm catching hell during, I just woke up like, you on fire. Like, what did I do? It's like, boom, it's just through the roof. I'm like, okay, God, boom, that died down to something. Okay, God, boom. Then 2026 hit, everybody in my house catch flu. Xander, boom, he's sick. We got you. Boom, Mason sick. Boom, I'm sick. Then boom, Mike's sick. Boom, that hit. Then I'm something like, hey, God, hey, it ain't even the 15th yet. Come on now. You could let me get to Martin Luther King's birthday, can't it? I'm catching hell. I'm talking about, I'm looking up people. Yo, you ought to be ashamed. I'm like, okay, oh, woo. Then boom. Then my song supposed to come out Friday. I done marketed the song, put the song. We finna turn up. That's a blessing out there with my name on it. That was a vibe, too. There was a vibe. Then the week of, how we changed our mind. We can't do X, Y, Z. I'm like, come on, y'all, please, man, don't do this to me. Hey, we made our decisions. I'm like, oh, my God. And then now my whole team calling me every day. Are you okay? I'm good. Man, if I was you, I'd be mad. I'm not mad. I'm not tripping. Then I put my video up. I ain't never seen nobody happy to tell people that he failed. You can't win 28 awards, be Grammy nominated, break the record for #1 songs, have the best church in the world, and never lose. So now I understand that what if God was sitting in heaven like, your smile look real good from victory. Let me see if that smile is just this big when I take him through. So how immature do I look for God to do everything he's done for us and now say, God, why you got to do me like that? I understand that the Lord giveth, but he also takes away. Favor doesn't mean it's something special about you. Favor means it's something special on you. And sometimes God takes you through because he don't want you walking around thinking it's you. It ain't nothing special about you. Your best is a filthy rag. You know that even the stuff people say about you pales into comparison to what you actually know about you. But the fact that God got his hand on my life and the process is where impatience dies, but character develops. So when I lose, you know what I say? I don't think like it don't hurt. Yes, it hurts my feelings. Yes, I feel embarrassed. Yes, I be like, oh, folk gonna talk about me. But you know what I say in my heart? What are you developing? What are you developing? What are you developing? Can I ask you a question? Who remembers, because what is character? Somebody define character. That was good. Yeah. The last service said character is what you do when nobody's watching. I heard that when I was, that's kind of integrity. Can I put a spin on character? You remember when Black Panther died? You remember when Black Panther died? Black Panther never died. Chadwick Boseman did. He was so phenomenal at becoming the Black Panther that when he passed away, all of us felt like the character died. He became so well that we couldn't separate the person from the character. So when I hear character, when I say the Lord is developing my character, this role that he has me in requires a certain level from me that I naturally don't have. I want a wow. I want to kick it. I want to be liked. But the character, the role can't handle that. So God says, I take you through failure so the you want to be gets lost in the you called to be. So when people know who you used to be and they see who you're becoming, you don't look like what you used to be. That's why the scripture says in Philippians 1:6, for I am certain that he who began a good work within you will continue his work until it's finally finished on the day when Christ returns. Let me go fast. I'm boring, y'all. Let me put this in your notes. God does not rush what he intends to last. minutes. I need another hour. God does not rush what he intends to last. Can y'all be honest with me? I think this will free everybody. Who ready for God to just go ahead and do it now? That ain't a trick question. My hand raised. Just go and do it. Coach, go and make us national champions right now. I don't want another development season. Who knows some money with your name on it? Lord, just go and do it now. I done learned all the broke lessons I need to learn right now. Who never said that to God? All right, God, come on. I done learned everything you need me to learn. Let me free you. God does not rush what he intends to last. Which means if God is taking his time, he wants to ensure that once you get it, you don't lose it. Put this in your notes. Proximity gives you access. Process gives you depth. Practice gives you consistency. Practice means this. The disciples didn't just listen to Jesus. They tried. Even in the scripture, they said, I brought my child to your disciples. They tried to cast out the demon, but they couldn't. At least they tried. They failed, but they tried. Listen to your passion when I say this. In 2026, you're going to have to try. But I don't pray like that. You're going to have to try this year. Being nice to people, that ain't my thing. You're going to have to try. I don't really tithe. You're going to have to try. Because practice turns revelation into rhythm. You have to try so you can catch a rhythm. That's why I'm telling you during weekdays 8 through 14, I want y'all to practice a couple forms of faith. It's going to be practical stuff. Wake up this morning, call your mom and pray for her. Hey, Mom, how you doing? Can I pray? Go ahead, Father, in Jesus' name, I thank you for my mother. I got to hang up the phone. You're putting your faith in action. You're putting your faith in action. For my athletes, before you step on the field or do any training, speak life over your body and pray for everybody at the field. Faith in that, because I want you to catch a rhythm. Clap your hands, clap. Okay, stop. You got to, Daniel, can you give me some type of foot pedal? So now we catching a what? We catching a what? Pray on Monday, pray on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Now next week, that I call a rhythm church clap. Back to regular clap. Thank you, Daniel. Stop. So we stopped having 7 days of prayer, but you didn't. Because we caught a rhythm. And what I'm trying to get you to realize, what you repeatedly do becomes who you eventually become. I'm trying to get you praying 7 days, 14 days. My goal is by day 22, whether we go live or not, something in your spirit like, no, I got to talk to God at 7 o'clock. That's rich. I'm going to get you out of here. Listen to me when I say this right here. Why PMJ? Because sometimes the fastest way to become who God designed you to be is to stop fighting who people choose to be. This is good. Sometimes the fastest way to become who God designed is to stop fighting who people choose to be. Jesus. I would like to introduce a phrase that transformed me through the book called Let Them. But because I'm anointed, because I'm saved, because I trust God, I can't just say let them. Here's the phrase God gave me. Let them and let God. Let them and let God. Most of our frustration is not with life. It is with people not acting the way we expected. Most of our frustration is not with God. It's with people not acting the way we expected. Put this in your notes online. Put this in your notes. Take a picture of the screen if you have to. We burn emotional energy trying to manage reactions, opinions, loyalty, applause, timing, and understanding. God never asked you to manage people. He asked you to manage obedience. We are God is like, I never asked you to do that. I asked you to manage your obedience. This is why Galatians 1 and 10 says, obviously, I'm not trying to win the approval of people, but of God. If pleasing people were my goal, I would not be Christ's servant. Paul in Galatians draws a clear line between approval and assignment. There's a clear line between approval and assignment. Which one are you going to live to? People's approval or the assignment God gave you? People's approval demands adjustment. God's approval demands alignment. This is powerful because Paul is telling us, put this in your notes, you can't chase affirmation and still carry authority. You can't be powerful but still pitiful because people don't like it. The moment you let applause become the goal, obedience stops being the standard. And servanthood and people-pleasing cannot coexist because one answers to opinions and the other answers to obedience. In this journey of becoming, the tension will be that you must decide whose approval you are being formed by. That's rich. You want to know why? Because because approval is a moving target. I can't win. I can't win. That's why now it's like, okay, God, I'm gonna be who you call me to be. When I first started, people would come to my church and say, man, I like that young brother, but he ain't mature enough. You know, he don't really look like a pastor. So I stopped wearing jeans. I would wear a suit. I was wearing these slacks with a sweater vest. I would get my initial on the sweater vest. You know, with the bow tie. I cut all the facial hair off because I didn't want to look crazy. So I'm walking around here barefaced, church clothes, bow tie. And I get up, hey, Father God, bless everybody. Hallelujah. Then the young people was like, I kind of like that church because he kind of looked like us. So then I went back to them clothes. So now the people who said they had the power, like, we can't be there no more. I'm like, okay, boom. So then I couldn't win. I couldn't keep acting like what you want me. Let me free you. I couldn't be 5 characters. One of my favorite movies is Norbit. I love Norbit, right? I love Norbit. I love Norbit. And when they sit at their table and Eddie Murphy is all those characters, like in Coming to America, he the barber, he this guy, all those characters. I love it. But the problem is that's how we live our life. We one way in church, one way with these friends, one way with these friends, one way with your family, one way at your house. And him be like, which one of you gonna be today? And what I'm telling you is you have to answer the question, who gets the final say? Couple things I want to give you. 2 things. Let's start this and I'll pick up next week. Most of our frustration isn't with life itself. It's with people refusing to meet our expectations. And the moment we accept that we can't control them is the moment God invites us to let them. 2 things we should let happen this year. Number 1, let them walk. Why, Pastor Mike? This is good.
Found my glasses.
Reveals who you are becoming.
My best friend has stretched these bitches out.
Who leaves reveals.
Oh, stop wearing them. My best friend scratching them out like a mud. Oh my God. That's terrible. These bitches don't even fit no more.
God might be saying you too dependent on
That's terrible.
And it's something you're going to have to be in your next level that you currently don't have on this level. So I got to remove people on this level so you can figure it out on this level. So when you get to the next level, it don't hinder you from going to the... That's important. Because when people walk away, we assume it's failure. When people walk out your life, we assume it's failure. But the Bible calls it, put this in your notes, filtration. I'm going to finish this message today. I ain't got nowhere to go. The Bible calls it filtration. Throughout Scripture, when I read the Bible, listen to this line. God often thins before he sends. God often thins before he sends. He told Gideon, you got 30,000 people, cool, that's too many. Let me thin that to 300 before you go fight. He thins. David got ready to fight Goliath. They gave him Saul's armor. God said, you got too much stuff on. Let me thin before I sin. Let me separate before I elevate. People walk away, we get hurt because it feels personal. But many times it's not personal, it's protective.
DoorDash.
Filtering. Let's define filtration. What's your definition of filtration, Pastor Mike? Filtration is God
Grubhub.
removing what cannot go where He's taking me. Bro, it's crazy. That's God removing what cannot go where He's taking me. When Big first came out, I didn't know how to teach parts and do all this stuff. I had a team in there helping me do X, Y, Z, and they tell me, how we do that part? But I'm in there just watching. So then when we kept going, it got to a point where the team wasn't there no more. And I had to figure it out. No, do this part. That don't sound right. Let's do this. No, give me the outro. Move soprano. Move this here. I got my own computer. So the last 2 albums, I basically did in my basement. Singing the part, boom, scratch it, boom, go to the studio, y'all sing that part, bring it back, boom, cut this part, do the boom. All my leads for confetti and conspiracy was sung in my basement. I arranged them, sung it, boom, move this here, boom, this here, boom, boom. God showing out, boom, knock this out. Did that at home on a Sunday, boom, sent that off. Amen, wrote that in the back of a van, boom, we got in there, did this, boom, 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 boom. And now I look back and say, I see why I had to go through that season. God never wants your gift dependent on people. He never wants your gift dependent on people. He don't want you to have this $1 million idea but can't do nothing with it because they decided they don't want to do nothing. God is filtering, I speak this over your life, distractions, dependencies, and even relationships that would dilute what He's forming in you. I've never been a drinker. That's mostly because of the generational curses we're trying to bring in our family, right? So drinking, especially the men on my dad's side, we're trying to be this generation that don't do all that stuff. You got me? The problem, my dad's generation, him, my uncle, they breaking it, so we trying to continue it, right? But I hung with a lot of drinkers, especially in college. All my brothers drunk, all of them just drunk, and I was the designated driver. All right, to this day they laugh. They were like, Mike used to drive us home, and nobody would have money when they got back. They had to pay me. So I would drive everybody to their apartment, get them in the room. All right, man, I see this 20. Let me just go and put some gas in the tank. You got me? But seriously, I never forget it. I never forget. I was corny. I ain't club like that. I was a funny kid. Grew up in the church. I had never been to parties. That was me. I had never been to parties. Never seen people really do stuff. I was just corny. That's what it is. What it is. I was just corny. So I would be the person in the club like, oh my God, look how they dance. Like they used to laugh at me all the time. Like, hey, church boy, just come on. I'm in there. I'm calling my dad. Like, Dad, you ain't gonna believe how college parties are. And I'm sitting there. But after hanging with them, I just sit there and just look. I never forget one of them said to me, these drinks ain't hitting on nothing. But I'm trying to be cool. I'm like, yeah. So we got in the car. I said, what that mean? It's like they watered him down. It's too much. It wasn't like this. Oh, you out there? He said strong enough. We gotta pray for him. He said strong enough. They weren't strong enough. They were kind of diluted. That little prayer life you got ain't gonna be strong enough for your next level. It ain't a sin to be in that circle. It just dilutes you. No, it just dilutes you. And God never subtracts without intention. If something's being taken out of your life, it is intentional. Pause. If it's God. Now, you can't walk around cutting people off that God, because certain people you don't cut off. There's certain relationships you fix because there's a type of favor connected to them. But hear me when I say this, sometimes He removes what you are attached to so you can attach to what He assigns you. Number 2, let them misunderstand you. Look at John 66, verse 67. Look what it says. At this point, many of His disciples turned away and deserted Him. Then Jesus turned to the 12 and asked, are you going to leave also? Paint this picture. Look to your right. They're leaving. Look to the left. They're staying. Too many of us focus on who's walking versus who's staying. Jesus says, they gonna leave, they gonna leave. He never addresses the deserters. He only addresses devotion. He says, what y'all gonna do? Because clarity comes after calling, not before it. Some people will never understand your evolution because they are committed to an older version of you. They like you when you were manageable. and struggle when you become intentional. This is why Jesus says in Mark chapter 4:11, you are permitted to understand the secrets of the kingdom of God, but I use parables for everything I say to outsiders. He tell the people who close, I'm going to give you all the secrets. He tell the people on the outside, I'm going to tell you parables. You're going to have to figure it out. Because access ain't for everybody. Jesus accepted, I want you to put this in your notes, the Lord gave me this last night, selective understanding. I heard somebody say they had selective amnesia, and the Holy Spirit said, I also believe there's something called selective understanding. Let's define it. It's on the screen. Selective understanding is when people hear your calling through the filter of their comfort. Selective understanding is when people view your calling or hear your calling through the filter of their comfort. They understand the part of you that benefits them, but they resist the part of you that causes them to stretch. They celebrate your growth until your growth causes them to make adjustments. It's called selective understanding. In scripture, this is why Jesus was accepted as a teacher, but rejected as Lord. They understood he was a teacher. They refused to understand that he was the Lord. And I want to speak over your life. You do not owe explanations to people who are not assigned to your becoming. Selective understanding. People like an older version of you. Let me say this to you. And selective understanding isn't always opposition. Sometimes it's familiarity. Sometimes people reduce you to the version of you they met when they first met you and struggle to realize who God is forming you to become. And so what I'm trying to get you to realize is I don't want you walking around thinking, well, I'm going to help people understand me better. I'm going to give them clarity. Put this in your notes. Clarity often produces conflict. Michael, clarity often produces conflict. Pastor Mike, what you mean? My three big boys, right? Xander, Mike, Mason. When I leave the house, I'm like, hey, boys. They come to the door. I say, y'all in charge. Yes, sir. Boom. I get back home, they about to fight. I told so-and-so to do so-and-so. But I told him he need to do so. So now they fight. Dad, what do you know who's in charge? I gave him clarity. Xander, he the oldest. Xander in charge. May say, but why? I gave you what you asked for. Stop thinking when you give people clarity, they're going to give them comfort. Sometimes clarity causes chaos because they don't like the what they heard you. I love you, but I just don't want to be with you no more. But why? It just doesn't work for me. But why? You can't keep asking me questions to the version of my answer fits your reality. So clarity in your walk this year, you're going to be giving people clarity. Don't be surprised when they still don't understand. It's not that they don't understand you, they have selective understanding. When God starts revealing new dimensions of your assignment, some people don't misunderstand you. They just selectively understand you. Yeah. Now speak over your life that you are in a season where God's giving you so much clarity about your assignment, so much clarity about who you are in Him, that the boldness that comes with it is about to shape your life forever. If they don't want to be in your life, let them go. If they don't want to understand, let them misunderstand. Father, I speak by faith. We hunger to be close to you. That God, we will stop chasing things that pull us away from you and start pursuing things that draw us closer to you. God, I ask right now for a level of grace in this first half of the year. Because God, so many of us are trying to become, it's just different. You know, not going certain places, not doing certain things, and trying to be better. Then I have certain moments where I do certain stuff, and I remember I said I wasn't going to do it, and I have to get myself. So God, I ask that you grant them a level of grace, that they don't become so down when they slip or make a mistake, but something in them will realize the only reason they feel convicted is because the discernment is getting stronger. So God, I speak by faith, fresh starts and new beginnings, a sense of identity, a sense of boldness that is not met, that is not fueled by how much money they make, not fueled by where they they live and what they drive and what they got on and how much hair they got and what type of shoes they wearing. A boldness that is wrapped that I know who I am and I know whose I am. I am a child of God. It's in Jesus' name we pray. And everybody said, jump on your feet, give God a hand clap of praise right there. Did you get anything out of that word today? Come on, tell me the truth. Did you get anything out of that? If you're in this room, I want you to know I love you so much. I'm praying for you. To everybody watching online, day 8 of the Become Fast starts today. 7 p.m. tonight. We'll be right here online reading the Word of God. You get your packet sent to you today. I'm excited.
There comes a moment in life when holding on hurts more than letting go. You sit in silence, staring at memories that once made you smile. Now they just make your chest tight. You keep replaying the past in your mind like it's a movie you wish had a different ending. But life doesn't give you replays. It gives you lessons. And sometimes the greatest act of strength is not in fighting, but in walking away. You've cried enough tears. You've begged in your heart for closure that never came. You've questioned your worth because someone couldn't see your value. But let me tell you something powerful. Your future is not tied to what you lost. It's tied to what you're about to gain once you let it go. It takes courage to stop chasing ghosts. It takes wisdom to realize some chapters are meant to end. And it takes faith, real faith, to step into the unknown and say, I don't know what's ahead, but I know I deserve better than what's behind me. You are not your past, you are not your pain, and you are definitely not someone's afterthought. Let go and move on. Because healing doesn't begin with answers. It begins with release. You can't heal in the same place that broke you. That's not just a quote. It's a truth most people ignore because their heart is too loyal, too hopeful, too attached to what used to be. When a place, a person, or even a mindset has wounded you deeply, staying in it and expecting to get better is like standing in a fire, hoping the flames will grow kind. The place that broke you becomes a cycle. And cycles are tricky. They make you feel like you're moving, but you're really just going in circles. The pain keeps returning, the memories stay fresh, and before you know it, the wound becomes part of your identity. You begin to accept sadness as your home instead of recognizing it as a temporary visitor. Healing is not passive. It doesn't come from time alone. It comes from change. From choosing to walk away from what's familiar. Because familiar doesn't always mean safe. Sometimes the most toxic thing in our lives is what we've convinced ourselves we can't live without. The truth is, you can. You can live without the place that drained you. You can survive without the person who shattered you. And not only can you survive, you can rise. Most people don't leave the place that broke them because they still believe in the illusion it once gave. Maybe it once felt like love. Maybe it once felt like home. But illusions are dangerous when they become comfort zones. That job that keeps you small, that relationship that manipulates your peace, that friendship that only shows up when it's convenient. These are not homes. These are cages with open doors. You're not trapped, you're conditioned. Conditioned to believe walking away is failure. Conditioned to think if you just try a little harder, things will go back to the way they were. But healing can't begin until you choose freedom over familiarity. It doesn't mean you don't care. It doesn't mean you're heartless. It means you finally love yourself enough to protect your soul. You finally understand that just because something once brought you joy doesn't mean it's still good for you. Growth demands distance, and that distance might hurt at first. But pain that brings progress is better than comfort that keeps you broken. When you keep returning to the same place that broke you, you teach your heart to tolerate what it doesn't deserve. You normalize the chaos. You justify the disrespect. You convince yourself this is what life is supposed to feel like. Messy, uncertain, exhausting. But that's a lie you've been sold and a lie you've learned to repeat to yourself. Let me tell you something that might shake you. Healing sometimes means being lonely. It means sitting with the quiet after you've walked away. It means mourning what could have been, not because it was good, but because it was familiar. That silence after the storm feels uncomfortable, but it's necessary. That space is sacred. That's where you begin to hear your own voice again. Not theirs, not the crowd's, yours. The voice that says you are worth more. That says peace is your birthright. That says staying might be easier, but walking away is brave. There is no breakthrough without discomfort. There is no healing without a departure. You've got to exit the space that made you question your value. You've got to step out of survival mode and into restoration mode. Too many people confuse loyalty with imprisonment. They stay in places that are draining their spirit because they feel obligated. They were there for me once. They didn't mean to hurt me. Maybe it's my fault too. That kind of thinking keeps you shackled to situations that no longer serve your growth. Listen carefully. Just because you understand someone's pain doesn't mean you have to drown in it. Just because you once loved the version of them that loved you doesn't mean you owe your life to the version of them that doesn't. There is nothing noble about self-sacrifice when your soul is bleeding. Healing begins the moment you realize your well-being is not up for negotiation. The moment you accept that certain environments will never nurture your healing because they were never meant to. They were built to break you, to distract you, to delay you. And once you see that, truly see that, you'll stop returning. You'll stop giving people the pen to write chapters they're not qualified to author. You'll pick up your own pen. And you'll start writing from a place of power, not pain. Sometimes the space that broke you isn't a physical place. It's a mindset. It's the echo of every lie you believed about yourself. I'm not good enough. I'll never find better. This is all I deserve. Those thoughts, they're heavy. They sit on your shoulders and whisper defeat every time you try to move forward. You can leave a person and still carry their voice in your head. You can walk out of a toxic space but still replay their judgment every time you look in the mirror. That's why healing isn't just about distance. It's about detoxing your mind. It's about confronting the beliefs that are planted in your weakest moments and uprooting them with truth. The truth that you are enough, not in some future version of yourself, but right now. The truth that your pain is valid, but it is not your identity. The truth that you were never created to live in fear, confusion, or self-doubt. You were made to rise. And sometimes in order to rise, you've got to first silence the noise that convinced you couldn't. What you tolerate becomes your standard. If you keep accepting broken spaces, broken people, and broken dreams, you start building your life on broken foundations. And when you live in the ruins long enough, you start calling it home. But healing challenges that. It calls you out. It says you deserve more. And at first that voice feels like a stranger. Because you've been drowning in lies so long, truth sounds unfamiliar. But don't ignore it. Don't shut it out, that voice. It's your future. It's your healing calling you forward. It's your new beginning begging you to stop giving CPR to dead things. You're not responsible for fixing everything. You're not here to carry pain that doesn't belong to you. You're here to live freely, unapologetically. And the longer you stay in the space that broke you, the more you delay the life that's waiting to unfold. You've already been through enough. You've already given more than anyone knows. Now it's time to give to yourself. Time to rebuild. Time to reclaim your life. And that starts by walking away. When you finally walk away from it, don't expect instant peace. Don't expect applause. There will be days when you miss what hurt you. There will be nights when loneliness creeps in and you question if you made the right choice. That's normal. That's part of the healing. But don't go back. Don't reopen the doors that God already closed. Every step away from that space is a step toward your freedom, toward your voice, toward your power. You didn't survive all that pain just to go back and relive it. You're not who you used to be. You're wiser now, stronger now. You've seen behind the curtain. You've felt the weight of silence, the sting of betrayal, the ache of disappointment. And even after all that, you're still standing. That strength, that resilience, it didn't come from staying. It came from deciding that you are worth the fight. Not the fight to be loved by someone else, but the fight to love yourself enough to leave. And when you walk away, truly walk away, you don't just heal. You become whole. You become always meant to be. Closure is a choice, not a gift. Waiting for someone to give you peace is like standing in the rain, hoping it won't touch you. You'll wait forever for that apology. You'll wait forever for them to explain why they lied, why they left, why they made you feel like you were never enough. But the truth is, some people will never give you closure because that would mean admitting they were wrong. And they're not ready for that. They'd rather leave you with unanswered questions, tangled emotions, and silence that screams louder than words ever could. But hear me when I say this. Your healing does not depend on their apology. It depends on your decision to stop allowing someone else's actions to control your peace. You have the power to say, I don't need your permission to move on. You have the power to accept what happened, grieve it, and then let it go without ever getting what you thought you needed. That's closure. It's not an event. It's not a conversation. It's a decision. A decision to stop bleeding over someone who doesn't even remember where they stabbed you. People hold themselves hostage waiting for closure. They think if they just talk to them one more time, they'll get clarity. If they just explain how hurt they are, maybe the other person will finally understand and fix what they broke. But that rarely happens. Because people who break you rarely have the capacity to heal you. And the longer you wait for them to make things right, the longer you delay your freedom. Closure doesn't come with a bow. It comes with pain. It comes with sitting alone and deciding that you're done chasing someone who chose to walk away. It's choosing not to reply to the message, not to reopen the wound, not to beg for what you already deserve. It's choosing to release yourself from the cycle of needing answers from someone who never deserved your questions in the first place. It's hard. I won't lie to you. It's hard to close the door without hearing the lock click behind you. But sometimes silence is the only answer you're ever going to get. And it has to be enough. Closure is the conversation you have with your soul. It's when you stop needing their words to validate your pain. It's when you stop waiting for them to wake up and suddenly care. They won't. If they did, they never would have left you with shattered trust and unanswered calls. You don't need them to confirm your worth. You need them to validate your heartbreak. What you need is to look in the mirror and decide, I am enough, even without an explanation. I am worthy even without reconciliation. I don't need to reopen a chapter just to feel whole again. And hear me clearly, your worth is not defined by who recognizes it. Closure is waking up one day and realizing that not every ending deserves a sequel. Some stories are better off finished. Some people are better left in your past, not because you're bitter, but because you're finally better. And better doesn't beg. Better doesn't chase. Better builds a new life with purpose and with self-respect. That's closure. Choosing your future over your past, even when your heart still has questions. There's a part of you that still wants to believe they didn't mean to hurt you. That maybe it was a mistake. That maybe, just maybe, they'll come back and right the wrong. But deep down, you know that if they wanted to fix it, they would have. People show you how they feel about you by how they treat you, not by what they say when it's convenient. So stop holding on to words that were never followed by action. Stop replaying the good moments as justification to ignore the pain. Closure is saying, I see the full picture now, not just the highlights. It's choosing to accept that what you wanted and what they gave you were never the same thing. And that gap, that heartbreaking gap, isn't your fault. It's just reality. And reality, while painful, is your ticket to peace. Once you accept it, you stop needing explanations. You stop needing to understand their silence. You stop hoping for a confession that will never come. You free yourself. Not because it doesn't hurt, but because staying stuck hurts even more. We often confuse closure with justice. We think if we can just get them to admit the truth, then the pain will go away. But life doesn't always give us justice. Life gives us wisdom. And sometimes the wisdom is in walking away before the explanation arrives. Because explanations don't fix broken hearts. Closure isn't about getting even. It's about getting free. Free from replaying old conversations in your head. Free from stalking their social media to see if they miss you. Free from shrinking yourself down to make sense of why someone couldn't love you right. Your peace does not depend on them owning their wrongs. It depends on you owning your healing. Don't wait for them to say, I'm sorry. Don't wait for them to change. Don't wait for the moment when they finally see your
Hello,
value.
hello,
Choose to
hello.
see it yourself. That's when the chains fall off. That's when your spirit exhales. That's when you stop surviving and start living again. Closure is ugly before it's beautiful. It's crying over someone who doesn't even remember the last thing they said to you. It's fighting the urge to text, to explain, to make them understand what they clearly don't care to. It's lonely. It's cold. It feels like betrayal layered with silence. But one day, you'll wake up, and the ache won't hit you first thing. One day, the song won't remind you of them. One day, you'll look at the messages and feel nothing. That day comes when you stop making their absence your prison. When you decide that their inability to love you is not a reflection of your worth. When you understand that closure isn't found in their return, it's found in your release. Let them go. Not because they deserve peace, but because you do. You deserve a heart that's not constantly waiting for answers. You deserve to love yourself without conditions. And that begins the moment you stop asking why and start saying goodbye. You don't have to hate them to move on. You don't have to curse their name. You don't need revenge or validation or one final meeting to say everything on your mind. Sometimes the most powerful closure is silence. Not cold silence, not bitter silence, but healing silence. The kind of silence that says, I don't need to explain my peace to anyone. The kind of silence that isn't empty, but full. Full of growth, full of lessons, full of grace. That's when you've truly healed. When their name no longer triggers your pain. When their absence no longer creates your loneliness. When their choices no longer decide your direction. You are not broken because someone broke your heart. You're not incomplete because someone walked away. You are whole, even with unanswered questions. You are powerful, even without their apology. You are free because you chose to be. That's closure. Not a gift given to you by them, but a gift you give to yourself. Your worth is not defined by who walked away from you. Let me say that again for the part of your heart that still doesn't believe it. Your worth is not defined by who left you. People will walk out of your life for reasons that have nothing to do with your value and everything to do with their inability to love, to stay, or to grow. Some people don't leave because you weren't enough. They leave because they never felt enough within themselves. And sometimes their exit has nothing to do with you, but everything to do with what's broken inside them. Well, here's the trap. We take their departure personally. We ask, what did I do wrong? Why wasn't I enough to make them stay? But love, listen closely. Their decision to walk away does not reduce your worth. It doesn't shrink your beauty, your spirit, your goodness. Their absence is not a measurement of your value. It's a reflection of their capacity. When people leave, it feels like a rejection of who we are. But more often than not, it's a reflection of who they are not ready to be. Their goodbye is not your burden. Your worth stands untouched. They didn't see your value. That's not your problem. That's their blindness. That's their limitation. It is not your job to convince someone of your worth. Love that must beg to be seen is not love, it's survival. And you weren't born to survive, people. You were born to thrive. In truth, you were born to shine without asking permission. The people who couldn't love you right, the ones who ghosted you, left without explanation, stopped showing up. They didn't take your worth with them. That's still yours. That's still inside you. Don't you dare shrink just because someone else didn't recognize your shine. Their inability to love you was never a reflection of how lovable you are. And I know it hurts. I know it stings to give your heart to someone who handled it like it was disposable. But that pain is not your identity. It's a chapter, it's not the whole book. You have to stop defining yourself by who chose to leave and start remembering who has always stayed. You stayed. You're still standing. And that makes you strong. Don't let a temporary person create permanent self-doubt. Don't give someone who couldn't love you a lifetime's worth of control over your confidence. They are gone, but you're still here. That means you've already won. The ones who leave often do it without warning, without closure, without decency. But hear me. They didn't leave because you weren't enough. They left because they weren't equipped to handle the kind of love you carry. You were too honest for their games. Too loyal for their inconsistency. Too deep for their shallowness. And instead of rising to meet you, they ran. That's not on you. That's their loss, their failure, their limitation. You are not unworthy because they didn't see your light. You are not broken because they failed to stay. Their inability to appreciate you doesn't change what you are. What you are is rare. What you are is resilient. What you are is someone who still believes in love, even after being mishandled. That's power. That's grace. That's real. And real doesn't chase fake. Real doesn't shrink itself to keep people who were never meant to stay. Let them go, but don't let yourself go in the process. Sometimes the people who walk away do you a favor. You thought their presence was love, but really it was a distraction. You thought their attention was commitment, but really it was convenience. And when they left, you thought it was the end. But what if it was the beginning? What if their absence created space for your healing, for your growth, for you to finally realize that your worth has never been tied to a person, but to your purpose? You don't need anyone's love to prove that you are lovable. You don't need someone's attention to feel seen. You are already worthy because you exist. You are already enough because you breathe. Don't hand over your self-worth like a receipt, hoping someone will stamp it with approval. You don't need their validation to feel whole. You don't need to go back to the person who left you to feel chosen. You can choose yourself. Every single day, in 100 little ways, you get to say, I am still here. I am still worthy. I still matter. That's where your power lives. Not in who left, but in who stayed. And who stayed? You did. It's easy to believe the lie that their rejection means you weren't lovable. It's easy to think you should have changed, softened, chased harder, been quieter, been more of what they wanted, less of who you are. But trying to become someone else just to make someone stay, that's a slow death. That's self-abandonment. And you don't need to do that anymore. The right people will never require you to become less. They'll never make you question your worth. They'll love you without asking you to change your core. So stop mourning the loss of someone who never really saw you. Start celebrating the fact that you're still growing despite it all. You didn't lose value when they left. In fact, you gained something. Clarity. You learned what you will no longer tolerate. You learned that you deserve presence, not empty promises. You learned that your heart is still beating even after being broken. And that's strength. That's survival. That's beauty. You're not the one who lost. They are. Because when someone walks away from something rare, it doesn't devalue the treasure. It exposes their inability to recognize it. You've got to stop replaying that moment they left. Stop rehearsing the pain like a scene from a movie. You're not defined by that heartbreak. You're not the person who was left behind. You're the person who chose to keep walking. You're the person who chose healing over bitterness, who chose to grow instead of crumble. Your story didn't end the day they left. It began. Every tear, every sleepless night, every prayer whispered in the dark, it all shaped you. It made you wiser. It made you stronger. They didn't break you. They awakened you. And now it's your time. Time to rise from the ashes. Time to believe again. Not in them, but in yourself. Because there is life beyond that heartbreak. There is love beyond what you lost. There is joy waiting for you on the other side of release. You are not disposable. You are not forgettable. You are not some chapter to skip over. You are the main story. And your next chapter is going to be written in gold, not grief. Because now you know you were never the one who was lost. They were. So let go of the belief that their leaving diminished you. Let go of the need to be chosen by people who never saw your soul. Let go of the guilt, the shame, the overthinking, the wondering what you could have done differently. Sometimes the most powerful act of self-love is choosing to stop explaining your worth to those who couldn't see it. You are not their mistake to walk away from. You are your own masterpiece to stand up for. And from this moment forward, you get to define yourself by who you are, not by who walked away. You are enough. You are whole. You are still standing. That's not weakness. That's victory. You are left, yes, but you are not less. And every day you rise, every breath you take in strength, every dream you dare believe again, you prove something. You prove that love didn't leave you. It returned home. Right here, to you. Peace begins where the past ends. Not where it lingers, not where it haunts you, but where you finally choose to lay it down. You see, the past is a weight we carry like chains wrapped around our spirit. It whispers through the halls of our mind with voices that say, you should have known better. You should have been stronger. You should have left sooner. You should have stayed. It makes you question every decision, every moment, every scar. But let me tell you something from deep in the soul. No peace will ever live in a heart that refuses to let go of what already happened. You can't heal what you keep rehearsing. You can't breathe freely if you keep drowning in memories. You keep dragging it with you, thinking if you carry it long enough, maybe it'll finally make sense, but it won't. What happened is done. What's broken is already shattered. Peace doesn't come from figuring out the past. It comes from saying it no longer owns me. That's where your freedom begins. Right there. In the moment you stop letting your history define your identity. You are not what happened to you. You are what you choose to become in spite of it. You gotta stop walking into your future looking backwards. You gotta stop expecting your peace to grow in a soil still poisoned by what hurt you. The truth is, peace is not a place, it's not a person, it's not a perfect moment. Peace is a choice, a decision, a declaration. You say enough. I've cried enough. I've carried it long enough. I've blamed myself long enough. It's time to release it. You don't have to understand every reason someone betrays you. You don't need to rewrite the story so the pain makes sense. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it never will. But your peace depends on your ability to say, I don't need closure to heal. I don't need apologies to move forward. I just need to let go. And I know that ain't easy. I know the past feels permanent, but it's not. It only lasts as long as you feed it your energy. Every time you replay that betrayal, you relive the wound. Every time you talk about it like it's still happening, you keep the door open. But peace comes the moment you close that door and bolt it shut. You cannot bring yesterday into your tomorrow and expect joy to bloom. The past is a thief if you let it be. It will rob you of today's peace, today's laughter, today's chance at wholeness. And here's the hard part. It often disguises itself as a lesson, as a memory, as a warning. But what it really becomes is a prison. A place where your soul is locked behind bars of guilt, regret, and what-ifs. And God didn't create you to live like that. You weren't meant to walk forward dragging old pain like dead weight. What they did to you, that was real. The pain, that was valid. But the chain, that's optional now. You don't need to keep wearing the hurt like armor. It's not protecting you. It's preventing you. Preventing you from seeing the beauty that still surrounds you. From trusting people who haven't hurt you. From becoming the healed version of you that this world needs. You cannot become new until you release the old. Peace begins not when the past stops knocking, but when you stop answering. It knocks, sure, but it doesn't have the key. You do. And you get to lock it out. I get it. It's hard to walk away from what broke you when you still don't understand why it happened. You want answers. You want accountability. You want justice. But peace doesn't wait for those things to come. Peace says, even if I never get the apology, I'll still move forward. Peace says, even if they don't regret what they did, I'll still choose joy. You see, the power doesn't lie in what happened. It lies in how you respond. You are not powerless, no matter how broken you felt. You are not defeated, no matter who tried to bury you in your past. Peace is not passive. It is powerful. It is you saying, I choose not to carry this anymore. You don't need a time machine to go back and fix it. You need a decision right now that says, I'm done letting this own me. You deserve to breathe freely again, to love again, to dream again. But you can't do that while you're still holding on to who hurt you, to what went wrong. Peace doesn't show up by accident. It shows up by choice. And your time to choose is now. Stop trying to fix what was meant to be finished. Stop reopening the chapters God has already closed. Stop waiting for the past to give you something it was never designed to deliver. You keep going back, thinking if you could just do something different, maybe the outcome would change. But let me break it to you gently. The outcome is over. What's done is done. Now it's about you. What do you want to carry forward? What do you want your future to feel like? Because if you want peace, you have to release the patterns that brought you pain. You have to unlearn the beliefs that were born out of trauma. You have to stop identifying as a victim of your story and start living like the author of your future. The past cannot be changed, but it can be overcome. And it is overcome. The moment you decide it no longer defines you, that relationship that broke you, it doesn't get to define your capacity for love. That failure, it doesn't get to define your ability to succeed. That betrayal, it doesn't get to define your trust forever. That's how peace wins. By reclaiming what the past tried to steal. There will be days when the past comes back loud. A scent, a song, a street corner. It'll try to remind you of what went wrong. But here's what you've got to remember. You're not that version of yourself anymore. You're not stuck in that moment. You're not trapped in that pain. You've grown, you've learned, you've survived. The past might not, but it no longer has a place at your table. You're serving peace now. You're choosing rest over stress. You're choosing stillness over chaos. You're choosing healing over history. And every single time you say no to the past, you say yes to your freedom. You say yes to the life you were meant to live, not the life that was handed to you in pain. Peace begins with boundaries. It begins with saying, that's not me anymore. And every time you do that, your future becomes a little bit brighter. Your soul becomes a little bit lighter. That's the reward of letting go. It gives you yourself back. And when you finally step out of the shadow of your past, you feel something you haven't felt in a long time, lightness. Not because everything is perfect, but because you're not chained to what broke you. Because you stopped watering memories that couldn't grow. You stopped hoping for closure from the same places that wounded you. You stopped letting yesterday speak louder than today. And in that silence, peace finally and gently, quietly, powerfully, it wraps around your heart like a warm wind and says, you made it. And you'll breathe in that moment, not because you forgot the pain, but because it no longer controls you. That's when you'll know the past ended and peace began. Growth requires separation. That's a truth many of us avoid because separation feels like loss. It feels like breaking something we once held dear. But growth, real growth, doesn't happen in the comfortable places where you're still clinging to what's familiar, even if it's toxic. Growth demands a breaking away, a cutting loose, a courageous letting go. Sometimes it means walking away from people who no longer lift you but weigh you down. Sometimes it means leaving behind habits, beliefs, or dreams that no longer serve your highest purpose. You see, the seed doesn't grow while it's still buried beneath the earth. It has to push through the soil, break away from the darkness, separate itself from the dirt and decay to reach the light. Your soul is no different. You cannot blossom if you keep holding on to what's dead inside you or what's suffocating your spirit. The pain of separation is real, yes, but it's the price of transformation. And no flower ever grew without first breaking the ground that confined it. It's hard to walk away, especially when the ties are wrapped around your heart like chains. The people, places, or things that have been part of your life for so long become comfort zones. Even if those comfort zones are prisons. We fear being alone, we fear the unknown, so we stay. But growth calls for courage. It calls for you to say, I'm done shrinking to fit someone else's expectations. It calls for you to leave behind relationships that drain your light instead of fuel it. Growth demands that you separate from the noise and chaos so your voice can be heard. It requires you to separate from distractions so your focus can be sharp. And yes, it requires separating from the past so your future can be bright. If you want to evolve, you've got to be willing to lose what isn't helping you rise. The pain of separation isn't just loss. It's also gain. The gain of space for something greater to grow in your life. Separation is not just physical, it's emotional and mental too. You might be in the same room with people, but if your mind and heart aren't aligned with growth, you're still stuck. Growth requires you to separate from limiting thoughts that say you're not enough. It requires you to distance yourself from doubts and fears that paralyze you. You have to separate from the voices inside that tell you to quit, that tell you to settle. That's why growth feels lonely sometimes. Because you're shedding old skin, old versions of yourself that no longer fit. And just like a snake's shedding process, it's uncomfortable, raw, and vulnerable. But it's necessary. You cannot become who you are meant to be while clinging to who you were told to be. Growth Growth means you outgrow people, places, and patterns. And though it might break your heart, it's not a betrayal. It's an act of self-love and survival. Separation is not the enemy. It's the beginning of your rebirth. Think about it. Every successful person you admire has had to separate from what held them back. They had to leave behind toxic relationships, bad habits, and safe zones that kept them small. You don't see the struggle behind the success, but it's there. Quiet, painful, necessary. Separation from comfort is what forced them to grow. Separation from doubt is what pushed them to believe. Separation from fear is what empowered them to take risks. So if you're resisting separation, you're resisting growth. And if you want to be more, if you want to live beyond the limits others have placed on you, you have to embrace the power of separation. You have to be willing to step into the unknown, even if your hands tremble and your heart aches. Because on the other side of separation is your true self. The self who is free, confident, and ready to conquer. Growth is waiting for you, but it won't wait forever. Sometimes growth means cutting off people who once meant the world to you, and that hurts. No one wants to be the one who walks away. No one wants to close the door on memories, laughter, or shared history. But if those people don't support your growth, if they hold you back with their negativity or their refusal to change, you owe it to yourself to say goodbye. Growth requires protecting your energy fiercely. It demands you choose who gets to be in your life and who doesn't. Not because you want to punish or isolate, but because you're making space for better, for healthier, for higher vibrations. Separation is the act of clearing your garden so new seeds can be planted. And if you water the old weeds, the new seeds won't grow. So you have to prune with love, with strength, and with a fierce determination to become all you were created to be. Separation is an act of courage and respect for your own journey. Don't be fooled into thinking separation means you failed. It means you're evolving. It means you're recognizing your worth and refusing to settle for less. Separation means you're learning the difference between holding on and letting go. Holding on because of fear, loneliness, or guilt is different from holding on because of love and respect. Growth requires you to let go of the past, of toxic attachments, of anything that dims your light. It's not about bitterness or resentment. It's about freedom. When you separate from what no longer serves you, you're not abandoning your past, you're honoring your future. You're telling yourself that your growth is more important than your comfort. You're standing tall and saying, I will not shrink for anyone or anything. That's power. That's strength. That's growth in motion. In the end, growth requires separation because it is through separation that we find ourselves. When you separate from the noise, from the distractions, from the negativity, you discover your true voice. When you separate from the people who don't believe in your dreams,
Not nigger.
you create an influence that will champion you.
You really wanted to say that so bad.
Failure and pain, you rewrite your
Oh,
narrative.
funny.
Separation is the soil where your roots dig deep and your branches stretch wide. It is the necessary storm that clears the sky for your sun to shine brighter. So don't fear separation. Don't mistake it for loss. See it for what it really is. The doorway to your next level, the bridge to your breakthrough, the path to the greatness waiting inside you. The power is in your hands now. No one else can carry the weight of your dreams for you. No one else can decide how your story ends. This moment, right here, right now, is the one where you reclaim your strength. You may have been knocked down, left broken, and told you're not enough. But the truth is, no one holds your power but you. Every choice you make from this moment forward is a testament to your resilience, your courage, your willingness to rise. It doesn't matter how many times...
That is so cute.
What matters is that you stand up and say, this is my life and I'm in control. The power isn't somewhere out there waiting for a sign or a permission slip. It's here in your hands.
It's all about the
It's the decisions you make
details.
today to let go of fear.
Details,
To reject doubt, and to
details.
step into your purpose with boldness. Your past tried to chain you, but now the chains have fallen. The power is yours. Own it. Wield it. And watch how your world transforms. Too often we give away our power to the wrong people, to circumstances, to our own insecurities. We wait for validation, for permission, for someone else to tell us we're ready. But that's the lie that keeps us small. The power is not granted, it's claimed. And it's claimed by those who refuse to wait for a green light. Those who decide that today is the day, they stop being victims and start being victors. It's in the way you choose to respond to challenges, not in avoiding them. It's in how you treat yourself when no one else is watching. The power is your ability to decide what you will tolerate, what you will chase, and who you will become. It's the fire inside that refuses to be extinguished no matter how hard life storms blow. So stop waiting on the sidelines. Stop asking for permission. Step into your power now, because no one else is coming to do it for you. The power in your hands is your chance to rewrite your narrative. Maybe you grew up hearing you weren't enough, or maybe life beat you down with failures and disappointments. But that story isn't your truth. It's just a chapter, not the whole book. When you realize the power is in your hands, you begin to understand that you hold the pen. You decide what comes next. You decide whether you live in fear or faith. You decide if you're going to let your past define you or refine you. This power gives you the freedom to say no to toxic people, no to harmful patterns, no to anything that stifles your growth. It means you get to choose your mindset, your attitude, and your actions every single day. The power is not about control over others, it's control over yourself. And that, my friend, is the most potent power there is. With this power in your hands, you have the ability to create change, not just in your life, but in the lives of those around you. When you stand tall in your power, you become a beacon of hope for others who are still lost in their struggle. Your courage to rise becomes the roadmap for someone else's breakthrough. That's how power multiplies when it's shared through example. So never underestimate the impact you can have when you own your power. It's not arrogance or selfishness. It's responsibility. Responsibility to live fully, to love fiercely, and to inspire relentlessly. The power in your hands right now is your opportunity to be the change agent in your world, to speak truth where there is silence, to bring light where there is darkness, and to lift others as you climb. This is not just your time, it's your mission. Sometimes holding on to your power means making hard choices. It means saying goodbye to comfort zones, walking away from familiar faces, and challenging the status quo within yourself. It means confronting your fears head on and refusing to let them dictate your future. But the power is not about easy victories. It's about perseverance through the hard battles. It's about standing firm when everyone else doubts you. It's about showing up for yourself even when the road gets rough. That's where real power lives, in your ability to persist, to fight through pain, and to believe in your worth when the world tries to tell you otherwise. The power in your hands is your commitment to yourself, to never settle for less than you deserve, to chase your dreams with relentless passion, and to build a life that reflects your true potential. Remember, power is a choice you make every day. It's not something you wake up with automatically. It's something you decide to claim. It's the choice to forgive yourself for past mistakes, to heal wounds that hold you back, and to focus on the future with hope and determination. The power is choosing to speak kindly to yourself, to celebrate your progress, and to keep pushing even when the road is long. It's the quiet voice inside that says, I am enough, I am worthy, I am capable. When you hold that truth, nothing can steal your power. You become unstoppable. So take that power, hold it tight, and move forward with the knowledge that the future is yours to create. You've been given the power, now it's time to live like it. The power is in your hands now. No one else can give it to you. No one else can take it away. It's yours, pure, raw, and ready for you to use. So don't waste another second doubting, hesitating, or shrinking. Stand up, claim your power.
Oh my God.
Your destiny is waiting, and it's brighter than you ever imagined. The power is yours to shape, to build, and to live by. This is your moment. This is your time. The power is in your hands now. So go out and make the impossible happen. As we come to the close of this moment together, remember this: the power you seek, the strength you need, the change you dream of, it has always been within you. It's not hidden in some faraway place or locked behind someone else's approval. The power to rewrite your story, to rise above your challenges, to claim your greatness is right here, right now, in your hands. You don't have to wait for perfect conditions or the right timing. The right time is this moment. The perfect condition is your willingness to stand up and take control. Whatever you have faced, whatever storms have tried to tear you down, none of it defines you unless you allow it. Your worth, your purpose, and your future are too important to be dictated by anyone else's doubts or the mistakes of the past. Embrace the responsibility and the privilege that come with owning your power. It means making choices that honor your growth, even when those choices are difficult. It means stepping away from what no longer serves you, whether it's toxic relationships, limiting beliefs, or the fear that tries to keep you small. Growth requires courage. The courage to walk into the unknown, to confront discomfort, and to believe in yourself when the world questions your vision. When you claim your power, you choose to be the leader of your own life. You become the author of your destiny, the architect of your dreams, and the warrior who fights for your own happiness and peace. This power in your hands is not just for you. It is a beacon for others who are still struggling in the dark. When you rise, you inspire those around you to believe in their own strength. Your story becomes a lighthouse guiding others through their storms. There is no greater gift than the courage to change your life and the humility to lift others as you climb. The journey may not be easy. There will be setbacks, moments of doubt, and times when the weight feels unbearable. But remember, power is found in persistence. It is born from the refusal to give up, the decision to keep moving forward, and the faith that better days are ahead. So stand tall knowing that you are enough just as you are. Your past does not define your future. Your mistakes do not determine your worth. The power to heal, to grow, and to succeed belongs to you, and it always has. Take hold of that power with both hands. Nurture it, protect it, and let it fuel every step you take. Your time is now. Your life is yours to shape. Walk forward with boldness, knowing that no matter what comes your way, the power to overcome lies within you. Thank you for being here, for listening, and for daring to believe in your own power. May you walk away from this moment stronger, more confident, and ready to take charge of your destiny. God bless you, and may your journey be filled with courage, peace, and unstoppable strength. You ever sit alone at night looking at the ceiling, wondering why your life feels stuck on repeat? Why it feels like every day is just a copy of the last? You dream big, you pray hard, and yet nothing changes. You want more. More peace, more purpose, more power. But deep down, you're scared to become more. So you stay the same. Same habits, same people, same excuses. And then you ask God, why haven't you moved in my life? But maybe, just maybe, He's been waiting on you to move first. Listen to me. Life doesn't respond to what you hope for. It responds to what you're willing to change. Nothing shifts outside until something shifts inside. You can't become a new you while holding on to an old mindset. The truth is, change doesn't come from comfort. It comes from commitment. If you keep showing up as the same person, don't be surprised when your life keeps handing you the same pain. Growth is painful. Change is uncomfortable. But so is staying stuck in a life that doesn't inspire you. So if you're tired of the cycle, if you're sick of pretending, then it's time to stop surviving and start transforming. You've got to understand something deep in your soul. Discomfort is not your enemy.
My lines
It's
is
the
so
invitation to
cricket.
signal the spark that says,
But the rate that I don't give a
"You're about to
damn,
grow." Too many people spend their whole
I don't
lives
give a
running
damn.
from discomfort, trying to
It's
avoid
gonna be
anything
there.
that shakes their world.
looking
But
like
growth
this.
never happens in a
And
place
I ain't
of
gonna give
ease.
no dams.
It happens when life gets
Shit.
uncomfortable, when you're pushed to your limits.
That shit cricket as hell.
Feels unsteady. That feeling inside that says, I don't like this, is actually the voice of change. You can either turn your back and stay in the safety of what's familiar, or you can open the door and walk through into something greater. It's painful, yes. It's scary, yes. But nothing worth having comes without paying that price. The discomfort is not a sign that you're failing. It's proof that you're moving forward. You're shedding old skin, stretching your spirit, and breaking through to a new level of strength and purpose. When you learn to welcome discomfort instead of fearing it, you unlock a power in yourself you never knew existed. I want you to remember that every breakthrough in history, every triumph you admire, was preceded by discomfort. No great athlete, no great leader, no great artist ever reached their peak without first wrestling with pain, frustration, and doubt. Those moments when you feel like giving up, that's the testing ground. That's where your character is forged. Growth isn't a straight line, it's a battle. You have to fight through the resistance that discomfort brings. But here's the thing, discomfort is not permanent. It's a season, it's a process. The storm you feel right now won't last forever. What lasts is the transformation it brings. When you push through the hard days, you come out stronger, wiser, and more capable. You don't just survive the discomfort. You thrive because of it. And that is how you rewrite your story. Too many people settle because they don't want to feel uncomfortable. They choose the pain of regret over the pain of growth. That's the real tragedy. Staying in the same place because it feels safe only leads to a slow death of dreams and a quiet fade into mediocrity. I want you to hear me loud and clear. If you never challenge yourself, you will never change. Change demands that you stretch beyond what feels natural or easy. It demands that you embrace the unknown. Face your fears head on and take risks that might shake your very foundation.
All right.
The path to your best life is lined with moments that feel like
Now I got
you
gold
can learn to see those moments not as
and
roadblocks,
black.
but as gateways. You'll find a new kind
Should
of
I
courage
go
rising inside you. Courage that keeps you moving
with
when
the
your body
gold?
wants to quit.
This the
Courage that
only,
keeps you climbing
this
when
as
the
long
mountain
as the
feels too
gold
big.
I got.
The doorway
So
and
I
all
really
the
don't
stories
have that
you'll
much
find
gold
waiting on the
left.
other side. Think about the last time you really grew. Was it easy? Was it
You
comfortable?
think I should put some
Probably
black,
not. Growth means stretching your mind, your habits, your
some
beliefs.
black at the
And that
top?
stretching causes tension. It causes discomfort. It feels awkward because you're being asked
Or
to leave behind old ways of thinking, old excuses, old fears.
should I just do the
That's
gold?
exactly what growth requires. You
What
have to
y'all
be willing
thinking?
to walk through the
The
discomfort
black?
of change, even when it feels like the whole world is against
The
you.
gold?
Because here's the truth. Growth never happens when you're waiting
I don't
for the
know.
perfect
I
moment,
just don't like
perfect
the
conditions, and
the
perfect
white.
people to come alongside you.
Like,
Growth happens when you
I need to
decide
put my
right now
logo
is the
right
perfect
here,
moment to push
but I
yourself
don't
past
like
the
just
discomfort.
plain
When you
white.
commit
It's
to
not
moving
giving
forward
what it's
despite
supposed to
the fear,
give.
despite the uncertainty, you create momentum that nothing can stop. That discomfort you feel is the soil where your future strength is planted. The problem is most people try to avoid discomfort at all costs, and in doing so, they miss out on their full potential. They get comfortable in their pain, in their excuses, in their this is just how life is. But life is not meant to be lived in quiet desperation. Life is meant to be lived fully, boldly, and on purpose. And you can't live like that if you refuse to face the discomfort that growth brings. Discomfort is the language of progress. It's the sound of your soul stretching to reach new heights. So instead of shrinking back when you feel uncomfortable, I want you to lean in. Lean into the hard conversations, the difficult decisions, the moments when you want to quit but you keep going anyway. That is the path to transformation. It's not easy, it's not pretty, but it's real, and it's where your greatness is waiting for you. Sometimes the fear of discomfort holds us hostage more than the discomfort itself. We imagine the pain will be unbearable, that it will break us. But pain is temporary, fear is temporary, growth is permanent. When you face discomfort head on, you break the chains that have been holding you back. You prove to yourself that you are stronger than your fears, bigger than your doubts, and capable of far more than you ever believed. Discomfort is the doorway to your new life, and it's always open. You just have to choose to walk through it. Don't let the fear of the unknown keep you locked in a room of what ifs. Open the door, step out. Embrace the discomfort. That's where you'll find your freedom. So remember this, your dreams, your purpose, your destiny all live on the other side of discomfort. It's not meant to break you, it's meant to build you. When you learn to see discomfort as a friend, not a foe, you take your power back. You stop being a prisoner to fear and start being a warrior for your future. That's the mindset that changes everything. When life gets hard, when the weight of change feels heavy, when your heart is screaming to quit, that's when you hold on tight, push harder, and keep walking through the discomfort. Because nothing truly changes until you do. And you, my friend, were born to change the world. Starting with yourself. Pain has a way of coming back around, not because life is cruel, but because we keep repeating the same stories, making the same choices, walking the same roads. If you find yourself stuck in a loop of hurt, frustration, and disappointment, listen carefully. Nothing will change until you break the pattern. It's easy to say, I'm just unlucky, or this always happens to me. But the truth cuts deeper. We live in cycles, cycles of thought, cycles of behavior, cycles of relationships. And if you don't interrupt those cycles, they will define you. Pain isn't just something that happens to you. Sometimes it's something you replay because it's familiar. It's comfortable in a strange way, even if it's hurting you. The question you need to ask yourself is, are you ready to break the cycle? Or will you choose to relive the pain over and over again? Because until you do the hard work of change, the pain will keep coming back like a ghost you can't shake. Patterns are powerful because they become habits, and habits shape your life. Maybe you've been hurt by the same kind of person, or you find yourself making decisions that lead to the same dead ends. It's like a record stuck on repeat. The needle drops, the song plays again, and the pain comes rushing back. But here's what no one tells you. Breaking a pattern isn't about perfection. It's about awareness and courage. You have to first recognize the cycle you're trapped in. What behaviors, thoughts, or beliefs keep pulling you back into pain? Once you see them clearly, you gain power over them. But most people stay blind, refusing to face the uncomfortable truth about their own role in the cycle. To break free, you have to be honest with yourself, even if that honesty stings. You have to be willing to do something different when every part of you wants to do the same old thing. That's where freedom begins. Breaking the pattern means stepping off the path everyone else walks. It means choosing a different response when old triggers come up. It means not reacting out of anger, fear, or old wounds. This is the hardest part because the pain you're used to is familiar, and familiarity feels safe. But you were made for safety. You were made for greatness. You were made to rise above your past, not to be chained to it. If you keep reacting the way you always have, you're inviting the same results back into your life. You can't plant the same seeds and expect a different harvest. So what will you do when the same old pain tries to sneak back in? Will you fall back into the old pattern? Or will you stand up and say, not this time? This moment right here, it's your chance to decide. It takes tremendous strength to break free. Because breaking the pattern means facing pain you've been avoiding. It means changing behaviors that have been your fallback, even if those behaviors have been harmful. You might have to walk away from toxic relationships, change unhealthy habits, or stop justifying the actions of people who don't have your best interests at heart. That kind of change feels like a wound ripping open, but it's also the healing beginning. When you break the pattern, you give yourself permission to heal on your own terms. You stop playing the victim and start becoming the victor. It's not easy, and there will be moments when the old pattern calls you back like a siren song. But remember, every time you choose differently, you're rewriting your story. You're breaking the chains that have held you down for so long. You're stepping into a new life, one that's no longer defined by your past pain. The truth is, no one can break your pattern for you. No matter how much support or love you have around you, the real work has to come from inside. Change begins with a decision, a simple but powerful choice to no longer settle for the pain you've been living in. You have to want freedom more than comfort. You have to want growth more than familiarity. And you have to be willing to face the discomfort that comes with change. It's not a one-time choice. It's a daily commitment. Every morning you wake up, you get to decide, will I fall back into the old ways, or will I choose a new path? This fight is yours, and it's worth every ounce of effort, because the moment you break free from the pattern, the pain loses its grip, and you find yourself walking into a future filled with hope, possibility, and peace. It's important to understand that breaking the pattern doesn't mean the pain disappears overnight. You will still feel the echoes of the past, and sometimes the old wounds will ache. But here's the difference. When you break the pattern, the pain no longer controls you. You no longer have to live in its shadow.
I need to put my logo here.
From it and eventually grow beyond it.
All I want is my logo. My logo.
Become someone who has been through the fire and came out purified. And that kind of growth is beautiful. It's the growth that changes not just your life, but the lives of everyone around you. Because when you break free, you inspire others to do the same. So listen closely. The pain you're experiencing right now is not your final destination. It's a signal that something in your life needs to change. Don't settle for reliving the same hurt, the same mistakes, the same heartbreak. You have within you the power to break the pattern, to rewrite your story, and to create a new future. It's not easy, and it's not quick, but it is possible. Every moment you choose differently is a victory. Every step away from the old cycle is progress. Don't wait for tomorrow. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Break the pattern now and watch how your life begins to transform. Because the truth is simple. If you stay the same, the pain stays the same. But if you dare to change, freedom and joy are waiting on the other side. Every day, you're building your future. Not someday, not next week, not after you figure it all out. Right now, in this very moment, with the choices you're making. You're either walking toward your dreams or running from them. The crazy thing is, most people don't even realize it. They think the future is shaped by some big break, some life-changing opportunity, but the truth, your future is hidden in the small, quiet decisions you make when nobody's watching. When the alarm clock goes off and you choose to hit snooze, that's a choice. When you say you'll start tomorrow but don't, that's a choice. When you pick distraction over discipline, that's shaping your life. See, your habits are writing your story, and what you repeatedly choose becomes who you are. Success doesn't explode into your life. It creeps in slowly through commitment, through routine, through what you tolerate every day. If you're unhappy with where you are, don't look at the world. Look at your daily choices. That's where your real power is. We wait for miracles, for breakthroughs, for signs, but what if the miracle's already here, buried inside your discipline? What if the sign is the struggle you're in right now, showing you it's time to wake up? Every morning you're presented with hundreds of crossroads. Eat that, skip this, say yes, say no, speak up, stay silent, work or waste time. And every one of them carries weight. It might seem small in the moment, but stacked together over days, weeks, years. That's your life. That's your future. Your destiny is not some lottery ticket. It's a series of investments, and your choices are the currency. You can't wish your way to success. You can't complain your way to peace. You build it one hard decision at a time, one uncomfortable choice at a time. Most people want the reward, but not the routine. They want the results, but not the sacrifice. But real change, the kind that lasts, it lives in the ordinary. It lives in what you're doing right now. If you want a different life, make different decisions. You don't get to choose your circumstances, but you do get to choose your response. That's where your freedom is. That's where the future opens up. There are people right now building empires from nothing because they made a decision. And there are others with every resource in the world wasting it with excuses. The difference isn't talent. It's not luck. It's mindset. It's focus.
That's so
it's
cricket, and I
discipline.
don't
It's
care.
that internal voice that says, I may not
I
be there
don't
yet,
care.
but I'm not staying here. You don't need to have it all figured out, but you do need to start. You need to stop waiting for the perfect plan and start with the choices right in front of you.
Oh, that's so cricket.
You either walk through it and grow, or you stay put and shrink. That's the painful truth. And nobody can do it for you. The choices you make today, to study, to rest, to love, to forgive, to hustle, to believe, they're carving out your tomorrow. So don't take them lightly. Your future is whispering to you through your present. Most people don't fail because they lack potential. They fail because they quit on the small things. They give up on the daily grind. They convince themselves that one missed workout, one more argument, one bad decision won't matter. But it does. Because that one choice becomes two, then five, and a lifestyle. Before they know it, they've drifted so far from the person they wanted to become, they no longer recognize themselves.
And then I'm gonna get my logo. Oh, that's so cricket. Oh my God. That shit is terrible. Like, how the hell are you up here and you down here? Like, bro, what the fuck? This shit right here make a girl OCD go crazy. Cause no, are you kidding me? Damn, and I can't even peel it off.
That's the blueprint.
Oh.
The daily grind is not punishment, it's preparation. Either you honor it, or you repeat the same life over and over again and call it fate. And let's talk about choices made in private. The ones no one sees. Those are the ones that truly shape you. The decision to stay disciplined when there's no applause. The decision to speak truth even when your voice shakes. The decision to forgive when revenge would feel easier. These invisible victories, they don't show up on your social feed, but they show
Okay,
up
that's a
in your soul.
tad bit better.
And over time, they change you.
That's still cricket,
They
though.
sharpen your resolve. They elevate your life. People chase results, but it's
Okay.
the ability that makes those results possible.
Spice it up a little bit. Okay. That white wasn't given.
And again,
Okay. Let's see.
that hurts. If you're tired of the same cycle, heartbreak, regret,
Oh, I can't wait till I get all this together.
every strong choice is planting a seed.
I need to buy me some extension cords. Okay, let's see. Oh, it's on.
Making better showing up differently. People will doubt you. You'll doubt yourself. That's part of...
Shut up. I'm showing the people shit. Okay. Yes! Oh, that's cricket. Oh my God. Look at that line. That second line is just so fucking cricket. That shit right there is like, bro, ain't no way I don't got OCD. Cause like when I say this is bothering me, nigga, this is bothering me. This bitch cricket is here. Try not to mess the stickers up. Okay, let's see if I can fix this. That might be better. I'm not sure. Okay. Yeah. Now these two lines given, like they straight across, but now they giving this shit cricket. I don't give a damn. Look better than what it did. Okay. I think I did go overboard. I think I did go overboard and buy way too much stuff for my salon. But baby, when I tell you, I'm just so ready to get this shit up and running. Started. I already interviewed people. I gotta interview some more nail techs. I got a hairstylist starting soon, so we can get that up and running. This just fell, and I pray to God it don't fall again. And it's all cricket, and then I got the shit all dirty. But that sign is too cute. Then if I figure out how to put these flowers up, too cute. I'm at a, oh my God, I'm so mad. Y'all just don't understand. Like, I really am just so upset because how the fuck do you order something? It comes in the box, and then as you putting it together, you missing pieces. Like, come on now. Like, I didn't put all of this together. And the two pieces I'm missing is so childish. It's like, bro, the door, the fucking shit, the go on the door. Like, are you dumb? Like, that shit doesn't make no sense. That shit don't make no sense at all. Can't even put that shit look janky. And then these little, I guess it was supposed to have like little shelves or something. Like something right here. This shit missing. So it's like, bro, I don't know. That shit just give me ghetto vibes. I fucking hate it. And then, look at all that shit. I didn't move shit around. It don't even look, I just looked up. It don't even look like I did nothing. Then I don't like how this is like so limited space. Like, I don't know. I guess like if I'm getting my nails done, I'm the nail tech. All right, cool. You know, I got my little thing. I can get my stuff real fast. Get my thing. All right, cool. Here, get your nails done. You know, all right, cool. Got the little nice sign. All right, nail polish. Get up, go get your nail polish. All right, cool. Come back, sit here. Let me finish your nails. All right, bam. Over there, I can see the people doing the hair. All right. I'm starting to think getting 2 hair chairs was a bad idea. Because, baby, it's nowhere to put it. Like, first of all, this is small. Like, I would have at least thought you would have been long enough for the mirror, but I guess that's not an option. So first, this is giving me stupid vibes. I don't know. Then the receptionist area. Oh my God, that shit just look like a hot fucking mess. That shit, I don't know. Lord, pray for me, cause this isn't working, Lord. I don't know. You gave me a vision. The vision is not coming, okay? Damn. Okay, let's see. Then we getting our nails done. All right, cool. All right, getting the nails done. Da 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 da. Ba ba ba. Thinking about putting a flower wall right here. Hello, Marley. Thinking about putting a flower wall, which is right there. It's turned around, but it's right there. Finish cleaning this off. Then you get your nails done. Okay, cool. Then you get done. All right, and then go over to the receptionist desk and you pay. All right, cool. Oh shit, some lashes. Oh my God, put this on my tab. All right, cool. Bet. Oh my God, you got glasses too. All right, cool. Put this on my tab. All right, bet. Check out. Bam. All right, and then they walk away and leave the door. I think that's pretty successful to me. That sounds like a very successful business right there. That sounded successful. God damn it. Now these chairs, nigga. First of all, I need help, okay? I need y'all to pray and to send help, okay? I had a big vision and I ordered a bunch of shit. Now, I should not have done that. Now, this is cute. Like, this is cute. Once I figure this out, clean this up. It's a little cute, okay? Get the nail polish over there, okay? That's cute. A little cute. But then, this is kind of throwing me off. Because, like, I swear I probably got OCD, bro. Where the fuck, like, I need something to go right there. This part is bothering me. Then it's like, it's too close to this chair. So I'm getting my hair done. I gotta deal with a motherfucker getting their nails done. Like, bitch, get the fuck on. I don't know. And then you gotta think about it. The hairstylist gotta be able to move. Okay, gotta be able to move. And then I'm over here talking about I need a couch. Bitch, how you gonna fit a couch here? I can't see. I want to take that down, but I'm gonna need towels. But it do have storage right there. That is true. See, my life, Lord, save me. I need help. Okay. What the fuck is 6'7"? Y'all know I'm old. I don't be on TikTok. I don't know nothing about no 6'7". I know the kids be saying something about 6'7". I am not no kid, honey. I'm fucking 33. I'm old. I'm pushing menopause. I'm pushing menopause, goddammit. I am not no kid. What the fuck is 6'7", nigga? Shit. I don't know. And y'all not giving me no advice. Y'all telling me oh, you a troll. I'm like, what the fuck is 6'7"? I was about to say, okay, you trolling. All right, that's cool. All right, let's see. Read all about it. Ugh. Okay, these boxes is taking up so much room. I gotta throw these away. And then my sign is. See what I'm saying? Like, my life is not right. Why the fuck is this so crooked? Ah! And it's stuck on a wall. There's nothing I can do. Ugh! That just pissed me off. That shit is so crooked. Whatever. I don't know. I'm really feeling like this receptionist desk is so big. Ah, my life. My fucking life. Damn, yo. And I'm not like this shit right here. And then it's like it's so awkward because it's like I don't even have room back here. For real. So like when I be here and then you come in and then I greet you. Hi, welcome to my shop. How may I help you? Oh, I'm here to see Tina. I'm going to get my nails done today. All right, great. Just sign in. I'll check you in. Blah, 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 blah. Hey, Tina, come get your client. She's here. Hi, Tina. And all that other shit I just said. I don't know. That was a whole little reenactment of some bullshit because I guess this worked. Once I clear all this out, I guess it'll work. Okay. It's not that bad. Okay. All right. I just really need to figure out this hair station. Now, and then it's like, it's bothering me because it's so close to the nail station. It's like no room. Like if I'm a nail tech and a hairstylist, like I want to move. I got to move around. This don't give me no move around room. And then I was thinking about having the nail stuff over there and bringing the receptionist desk and shit over here. And like have that be all like the nails and stuff. And then this would be the hair and stuff. And then I'll be over here. But I don't know, man. It's just, I don't know. It's giving no room. I mean, it's some room in here. I don't know. I might see what they think. And if they want to move it, we might move it around. Because I'm not about to stress over no fucking chairs, bitch. You gonna be in here, you gonna do hair and do nails, and you gonna call it a day. I don't give a damn about nothing else. So, I think I might be done with this for now. Because I need to straighten up. Yeah. And I need to throw these away because it's taking up all the room. I might take this home. And I might break this down. But right now, it's holding my glasses. Glasses for sale. And then you got my little one. Shit's going on. Yeah. Then I'm going to get like a shelf just for the beauty products. So that's just sitting there right there. Yes, it is blue. It was gray. And I fucking hated it. It was like So Debbie Downer. But my brand colors are blue and pink. And since all of my furniture happens to be pink, and I don't like pink, yeah, my walls is blue. Why y'all hating on blue walls? Like, I thought blue was in. The fuck? Y'all be hating on my blue walls. Ain't nothing wrong with these damn walls. I painted these bitches myself. It looks mighty good. And I love these chairs. They're so cute. Okay. Okay. I need to go and find my robot. Hello, hello. Oh, turtle dove. That's so cute. Hello. Good morning. I'm sorry I'm not dressed up for you guys, but I really don't give a fuck. I'm trying to make some money and open up my business, so I really don't care for y'all opinions, because I know y'all like, bitch, why you dress like that? Because it's what working women dress like. God damn it. Oh, man, I need to go find my robot so I can have this boy cleaning up. For real. Have this boy cleaning up my little robot. Ba 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 ba. What I look like, if anything, we need to be seeing what your face look like after that man then put his hands on you. Let's talk about that one. After you done got your ass whooped, beat the fuck up. Hmm? After you done got them hands, put it on your ass where you crying, ho. You on that bitch crying. Crying. You crying, ho. I know you ain't talking. Why you sitting over there talking about me? Go to sleep. Shouldn't nobody be on my live anyway. Everybody should be doing shit that's productive and making no money. Or going home and fighting that man. Fight that man, ho. Don't fight me. Don't fight me, baby. Fight that man. What is going on? Bye bye, lovely. Have a good day. Don't forget, duck, bob, and weave. Duck, bob, and motherfucking weave, ho. Oh. Oh my god, it's just so much stuff to finish. Yo. Hey, Valentine's Day coming up. What y'all got planned? What y'all got planned? Da, 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 da. Man, you know one thing I realized about domestic violence? The people that began they ass beat always make jokes about it. And it be like, that shit ain't even funny. Like, and I really feel bad that, like, bitches be getting beat up. Like, I feel real bad. Like, shouldn't no man put their hands on no female. And for you to just get beat the fuck up, and then years later, months later, weeks later, you making a joke about that shit? That shit terrible. Man, I need a broom so bad. I'm going back to Zaya. Mm-mm-mm. Oh my God. Hello, everybody. Just trying to set up so I can start working. Well, not looking that bad. Grady, you can stop writing me. I ain't gonna lie. You gotta switch your account, cause I just hid your motherfucking your messages. So anything you writing me, boo boo, I can't see that shit. I can't see that shit at all. So make another page, log in, write me, cause I can't read what you writing. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Sagittarius in the house. Domestic violence hotline. That shit crazy. Getting your ass beat all the time. Getting your ass beat on candy camera. Getting your ass beat by a nigga. That shit diabolical. What in the world do these people be going through? Jesus. Let's just say, a man put his hands on you, He don't love you. He don't love you at all. Mm, 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 mm. Hmm. Valentine's Day coming up. Oh, you back. You're back. That didn't take you that long. You're back. 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 Hello, Jennifer. How you doing? Man, I'm so fucking tired. Mm-hmm. Mm-mm-mm-mm. I'm so hungry. I wish I had food stamps. I wish I had food stamps. Lord, why are you like this to me? Food stamps. 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 Not you joined 6 days ago. Bitch, you went and made a whole new YouTube? Y'all motherfuckers try to say I ain't nothing. Y'all go to the farthest of the farthest to say I ain't nothing. But you going out of your way to make YouTube? YouTube channels just to come on my shit and troll? Okay. I still get paid. Regardless. Duh. I just thought it was funny. Anybody need a babysitter? Stand up, stand up. Is anyone in the house tonight? Stand up. Is it hard? Is it hard in the house tonight? Stand up, stand up. I am babysitting kids for Valentine's Day. Hit me up. Hit me up. Y'all want to go out? I got you. Drop the kitties off. Drop the kitties off. Drop the kitties off. So you and that man can be alone. It's $100 for 5 hours. So anybody got a kid, they trying to be with that man, hit me up for all my baby services that is needed. I got you. Drop that motherfucking kid off. Okay? Make sure your baby get treated real good. Motherfucking great. The hoodie is broke. It's dirty too. All this fucking dust in this goddamn place. I'm gonna be going home tired. Yes, I am agreeing I'm broke. I'm very much broke. Yes, at all. Send me some money. Because I'm broke. Most definitely broke. Ain't got no motherfucking money. Broke as fuck. Got me a whole wardrobe. Are you ready? Send the funds. Send the funds. Okay? Send the motherfucking funds. So I don't know why y'all be getting y'all broke asses on here like y'all actually got some money to send people. Y'all broke as hell. Like y'all so broke, y'all watching me make money. Y'all so broke, y'all watching me make money. Woo. That's funny. Good morning. Damn, it is morning. Damn. Damn. This time is flying. Stand up. It's so cold in here. Oh my God. I'm so so mad they really hold me on this damn thing. Like, how could you miss pieces? And then it's like the dumbest pieces to be missing. That shit don't make no damn sense. I'm about to go. This shit making me depressed. It's making me so depressed. And just shit everywhere. I got stuff everywhere. I actually did do a lot. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't got that much. Oh, my phone on 6. Damn. Yeah, I think I'm about to go. That microwave is literally standing. He said toilet is a microwave. It's standing on a table. What is you? Y'all be so funny. Y'all be like comedians for the shit that y'all be saying. It be like, why are y'all noticing dumb shit? Y'all retarded. Retarded. Gotta go to the bathroom. Uh-huh. I don't have an accent. People do say I have an accent. Not people from Detroit. Like people from other places. They be like, oh my god, you got an accent. You sound so country. Like, I ain't country. Then I go down south. They be like, oh my god, I love your accent. It sounds like you're from up north. Like, bitch, what? And I am. I'm from Detroit, Michigan, baby. 313. I ain't gonna lie. I always be at the shop by myself. And I'll be so afraid that somebody gonna pop out. I'm a phone today. What is Be More? I don't know. I think I might have an accent for like people that don't live in Detroit. I don't know. I don't know. I guess whatever. Oh, Baltimore. Baltimore. Oh my god. Y'all accent be crazy, yo. I ain't gonna lie. Y'all accent be mad. I ain't. Every time I look, I'ma always come to this damn thing. Like, I be feeling like people be trying to set me up. Oh my god. Actually, I don't eat McDonald's. I don't support McDonald's. I don't eat McDonald's, and it's so fucked up because I love a McFlurry and I love a caramel frappe. I swear to God, and I love their fries, but I don't support McDonald's. Ever since I found out that man stole McDonald's from the McDonald brothers, I ain't never been right. Okay, so I ain't never been right ever since I watched The Founder. And The Founder is a movie about the making of, well, not the making, but like how McDonald's became as big as it is today. And baby, as a fellow entrepreneur, I don't like the hell that man stole their company. He stole their company, and then, I don't know, shit like that. I don't like shit like that, bro. I don't know. I do not like nothing like that. Because I don't want nobody to come and try to steal my company. And he did it so boldly, though. Like, just stole that shit from underneath them. Like, fuck is wrong with you, nigga? Weird ass nigga. So, I don't fuck with McDonald's. And I know you probably said that to be a joke. But some people might actually go to fucking McDonald's for Valentine's Day. What the fuck is wrong with McDonald's? Shit, take a bitch out. So basically what you telling me is you broke. You ain't got no money. Is that what you saying? Why don't I got a job? Man, it be hard out here for a pimp. These hoes acting like they don't want to pay my rent. It's just fucked up around here. It's like how hard is it to find a good trick? The fuck? Trying to find a good trick to pay my bills. The hell? Why I don't got a job? Bitch, I am the job. I'm the job, ho. I the one got the fucking applications, bitch. I'm the one with the job applications. I'm the one. They need to be coming to me for the job. Ho, I'm the job. But I do take money in all forms. Apple Pay, Cash App, Zelle. I got PayPal. Not that's a hell of a trick. Bitch said she tricking, huh? Yeah, funny. I think if I actually was a trick, I think I would actually come on here and look a little more presentable. I would actually look like I gave a fuck. My look is totally not give a fuck. My look is totally, I just put on clothes that I know I can get dirty. Y'all and that bitch like, get a job, ho! Get a job. Currently, I want to let you people know, y'all are currently at my job. Okay? You are currently at 2 of my jobs.